Okay, so um my other video, well, I have a few videos that I'm honestly, y'all probably gonna see those videos before this video, so me saying that really won't matter. I think it's just because I haven't uploaded them yet that I'm even like in this mindset. Um, First, I want to say that I have been experiencing a lot of like integration and like left brain, right brain moments. Um, there are parts of me that wants to remain stuck in my past, and um I really just don't understand that because there is nothing there for us. There is nothing in that space for us. Like, we don't get any reward from being a victim, from being under, for being in survival, for being under all of in these false relationships, like all this people pleasing. I don't give a freak who, what, when, where, how. Um, One of the things that I've been practicing is like when because I've moved forward, um, because I'm like in a physically different space. I'm like, why does things still feel the same? Why does my life still granted, I don't have everything that I want and need to make my reality like like it's manifesting, but it's coming in time. Okay, so and maybe that's even a mindset that I gotta shift and just get on a different trajectory. Because I remember a moment in my healing journey before I got swept up under all the back up into this stuff with my family where I truly felt exhausted beyond the pain. Like, yes, I talked about the trauma. I talked about the things I experienced. I talked about what I came from to highlight who I was, who I am, and who I'm growing to be. But I never was just throwing pity parties and just sitting in my pain. I always like sitting in it, like to sit in it, like to experience it and heal through it, yes, but sitting in it just to like corroborate that, facilitate harm, facilitate abuse, to be that kind of person, be my abusers, to become just like them, to create and facilitate the same type of relationships and dynamics. Absolutely not. I despised that so much that I thought that, well, honestly, no, because I did the same thing that they do to me. Is as fucked up and crazy as they are, they want me to still give them access to um, a relationship to me, and that's not fair. That's not fair. That's not fair to anyone. You aren't being the type of person facilitating the relationship mutually, yet you desire for someone to still be accessible and available to you at your whim, at your beck and call. That's delusional. And I'm talking to myself because I'm realizing that a lot of this unconscious acceptance of behavior, of thinking was these like normalized aspects of my past, of my trauma, is what's keeping me from pivoting from it in a whole place, like accepting mediocrity, accepting like the lack of provision from my father, the lack of protection from my father, accepting the forcing me to forgive my brothers for incest and molestation, when they haven't done the spiritual work within themselves yet, let alone the relational work with me to get that. Okay, I'm gonna start with, we're gonna go from mothers, father to siblings. We're gonna run it all down to whoever I got smoke for. I just gotta get it out, and I'm sending this to whoever it gotta go to. My dad, I already kind of text you everything I need to text you. We kind of got our own conversation going on. I really don't have no hard feelings for you outside of that. You have spread yourself in all these different spaces. You have presented yourself as all these different men to all these different people. So all of your children have versions of you that you felt they needed, and then we come colliding and talking with each other, and like, how come you like this? How come you like this? And it's because we got different aspects of you, which is a beautiful thing, because when we all come together, we can see how much we really can offer and benefit each other from these aspects. And I feel like I said, I don't think it's problematic to adhere to your children's needs, to know like, oh, this doesn't work for this child. I have to be softer with my words. I have to be more firm with this. I have to say this type of language. That's different. But if you completely alter your personality, you completely, like, for example, when this is the example that I can say. I was having a conversation with you one day, and he said that you said that I was crazy. But you ain't never told me I was crazy. So I don't need you using that kind of language to describe me to someone else if you are not willing to use that language to my face and describe it to me. And it's okay if anybody thinks I'm crazy or whatever word that you could probably reduce me to. That is fine. Y'all have had opinions, thoughts about my energy and who I was in this family since I was a little girl. Let's clock it. Can we clock that, T? Okay. So, Daddy, you did the best you could. You tried to manage and juggle all this stuff. Your boys deal with a lot of ego stuff because they have to work on being the blueprint and being the example that they did get to have. So they can't say they didn't have no contrast. They can't say they wasn't shown the worldly man and the man that is trying to be out and different from the world. Like, you weren't perfect in your trying, but you did try. And I'm not saying that trying isn't enough, but there is more to it. And my brothers have it. Y'all already embody a lot of these principles and a lot of these powers, and even in y'all imperfection and your flaws. But there are certain things that y'all have bypassed and certain things that y'all just don't be on. True, you are one of them. Now, you still have a mother wound that is very, very, very deep, but you don't have like I don't know if I'm picking up on this energy right. I want to be mindful. Because I don't know you. I don't know who or how you've been, but I don't get I feel safe around you. Like, if I was to dance or like who I am, I don't feel sexualized by you. I don't feel looked at in that way. I can, like, it's been times where I know I probably made you comfortable talking about certain stuff, but the reason why I even feel safe to tell you my business and talk to you, like, it's like, you my brother. My brother gonna tell me the truth. He gonna let me know. he gonna be there for me. He gonna listen to me. He gonna tell, like, you just, I can't describe it, but you just hold me sacred. You don't cross no bounds. You don't cross no bounds. And I honor you for that, because I was violated by Greg, because I was violated by Dean. I struggle with I struggle with the masculine aspect of like who men are supposed to be, because y'all know that the relationships that we all have, even as brother and sister, is very unique. Like, we could go years and then one night all together, y'all know what'll happen. So like, there's a lot, but I feel like our disconnect more so happened between you and Nikita, and the kids. I love children, because I'm still deep up in my inner child healing, and I relate closely. Like, I still am versions of my little, like, I still tap into versions of myself. So that's why I'm able to, like, I just have a different sensibility with the children. A different relationship availability, a different access, and I'm grateful to be that for them. And I love them, and they love me, and y'all know it. We know it. We ain't gotta try to make it more or less than what it is. It's an energy thing. I've put in the work, and even though it's similar to how my dad's energy is on us. Even though he's absent, like, he wasn't always there, he wasn't physically there all the time. His spirit, like, there's an energy to intention, like moment by moment being present, and sharing that sacred space with a child that I feel like I've cultivated with my nibblings, and definitely could and should be better. Most of my disconnect from them and y'all is like me being in the mental health space and not trusting, like, I don't trust y'all enough to facilitate, like, I don't want to pretend with my nieces and nephews. I don't want to, like, show up any different than how I am. And because they're children, I feel like y'all feel like there are certain things that they should know or not know, or to see or not see. But it was that kind of stuff that is why I was molested and incested and adultified and sexualized and violated, abandoned, abused, neglected, because they are growing with y'all. They already know more than you even could freaking imagine, just in the little experiences that they have had from being parents of who they are parents of. Like, all of y'all went into them, especially wherever y'all was when y'all consecrated and made them. And then, so that's wherever development, spiritual space, mental space, educational space that y'all was in, they got all of those downloads, and they can reach that propensity. That's like their baseline, and then they can expand upon it if they so choose. So I feel a disconnect with that, because I felt like for 4 years, my ability to manifest and create the life I have wanted has been connected to healing through my family bonds, relationships, trauma bonds, attachments, I've lived with pretty much all of y'all at some point, or I spent enough time with y'all or whatever. And I just know that there was somewhere along the lines, you and Nikita both violated y'all's relationship to me. It no longer became an innocent, reciprocal, sisterly bond where I was the younger sibling seeking guidance, seeking relationship with her older siblings who were in matrimony. And I was wanting to be a support. Like, I know that like, support is a big thing. Having someone you trust to be around your kids is one thing, but having someone you want, who actually wants to be around your kids and won't find it a problem, a burden, or won't feel like, feel like the kids are whatever. Like, that's the thing. And so outside of me, like I said, my mental health, other than that, kids ain't no issue for me. Outside of like my actual, like, I have mental health. So like, my nerve, I get easily like, I'm sensitive to energy. So like, loud noises, screaming, like abruptly, like when they are just like, they're screaming and they're having fun and they are even if somebody breaks out crying, I'm just I'm hyper responsive to energy. So even though they could be having normal behavior, being themselves, being okay, I would have a adverse response to it. And sometimes that could change the atmosphere. That could make them feel like they're doing something wrong. That could make me feel like I'm out of place. That could make y'all feel like something is going on. Everything could cause the disconnect that I sense is happening. And I think because I'm in tune with the spiritual aspects of our family and our bloodline, like just how our lower nature, our demons, these entities have manifested in us, and how they kind of attach to us and utilize us. I feel like that's what makes me how I am anyway, altogether. And I'm not saying that anybody else is less connected than me. I'm just saying that this is the gift that I am honing and cultivating and to heal myself. So as I've been working through myself as early as 17, really since before then, I don't know what I was going to say. But yeah, I just feel like with you and Nikita, like y'all were trying to use me as a pawn, because again, my energy, my heart chakra, my heart is always so open and like it's easily pulled and like that's like energy and power. And like, I feel like a lot of times y'all have both siphoned my energy and my power in a way where you wanted me to subscribe to your ideology or your system of thinking, or and Nikita not so much. I would say she has really tried to like not put like whatever's going on in y'all's relationship on, like she has tried to make that not a factor with her relationship that she's cultivated with me. And that's why I can say that I have a unique relationship with Nikita beyond what beyond like her just being your partner as my brother. But at the same time, respect. I wouldn't know Nikita outside of my brother, so I don't want Nikita to disvalue or misvalue that. Like, my brother is the reason why you know me. He is the reason why you have access to me. Like, we are like his sisters are like he has a womb space. Men have womb spaces, so that his femininity is not only a conjunction of his father's line, meaning his my granny Wanda's line, which is his sister's line, his like that side, but he has his own mother who also has a womb space, who has a whole other aspect of energy and spiritual stuff and power and ability. So he has had to hone and garner that, and he has done a lot in that dynamic. And I can't account for the stuff he's done on the Camelot side of things, but I have convened in the spirit realm on my bloodline's behalf for the things that I know that exist in the Russ bloodline. And I made a video that I didn't post. I should have posted it. If I find it, I'll post it. But or I'll share it. Russ men, y'all have to stop being so lustful and using y'all dicks to make decisions. And y'all will be wise to bring the women that you are wanting to marry or contract with or to be in relationship with around all of your siblings, especially the girls, to see how they respond to each of them, because your relationship with her is going to be based off how she relates with the women of the family. It ain't no way around it. This is something that I have been studying on a spiritual level, and on a just observation, looking at different relationships that I have access to, looking at the world around me and seeing just what's going on in our society, in our culture as Black people, etc. So yeah, y'all gonna have to get y'all dicks in order. Y'all gonna have to get yourselves in order where y'all are accountable to the contracts you are making, because we can't save y'all once y'all start to create the children. Once the children get involved, you have already it's only so much that we could save you from at that point. That's why it's best you are you have firm, be firm in who you are. Stop going outside of yourself. You shouldn't hate yourself. Yes, you have a lot of density. Yes, you have a lot of stuff to transmute. You have a lot of anger. You have a lot of rage. You have a lot of perversion, lustful, sexual energy. It's not your fault. It's not, you're supposed to thank your daddy, thank your mama, and find a way to cultivate it and rise it up to your pineal so that it could put you where you want to be in life for real. Stop letting these women run you rampant. Stop being under that stop lying to yourself. Accept your role as a man. You have to work. You have to make money. You have to have value for yourself. You have to. Otherwise, you're going to build resentment. You're going to build anger. You're going to build this reservoir of energy, and then you're going to take it out on women. You're going to become womanizers, become versions of yourself that you like far worse than the man that is in submission. Because the man that is in submission is really in control, not only of himself but of his home, because he understands his role. When you're in submission to your role as a man, as a protector, as a provider, as an example of divine God source energy, then you already come with a certain force. You're going to receive the respect. You're going to receive the honor. you gonna have many wives, you gonna have many options, you gonna be trying to figure out which one can I choose. Shit, you gonna be wishing some of them back the fuck up if you really get yourself in order and you start to value stuff for real. A lot of the times we feel so disempowered, so needy of another individual because we have given away so much of our power. That's not, that a woman that is taking care of you financially isn't going to be able to respect you long term. She may honor you, she may love you, she may care about you because, I mean, I would care for my brothers. I would care for my daddy. I would care for the men that I love. And if I have the means and the ability, mine is yours. That's not even women don't even think about it like that. But it's also a factor of like, there is a divine order. We know that that there is no, we don't respect, we can't respect that. We can't respect a person, anyone that we are giving more to, because we are producers. So you should give us something to make more. If we are giving you, then we're coming out of our bag versus you giving us a loaf of bread and we feeding 5,000, whatever. But that's why I think there's a lot of dickery dot with the religion stuff that happened. But I ain't gonna get into much of that. I'm gonna keep on going. I skipped Chanel because I forgot to talk about the mom. You have told so many different stories. I don't even know if you can keep up with all the stories you have told. But before I get into that, I do owe you an apology because there are times where I have, because I was hurt, because I was just bothered by the divisiveness, I also utilize divisiveness. So because I wasn't strong enough to tell you that I didn't like how you were treating me, I didn't like how you were trying to talk to me, I didn't like how you were trying to convince me that you had changed and you were just this new person, but you weren't willing to practically show up and do that work with me each and every day, moment by moment. It's one thing to apologize and say you're healed, but it's another thing to be met with the response of someone you hurt and expect them to respond other than the version of them that was hurt by you. Like, it takes time for people to adjust to the version of you that is no longer abusive and violent and destructive and mean and nasty, cruel. And I was living there and I was willing to try to get to know this new version, but it wasn't sticking because there wasn't consistency with actually developing a relationship with your stepdaughter. You just want everybody to accept you, to see you, to come to you and ask questions about your experience, which that's not how it works. Your presence is your presence. How you show up is how you show up. If you want, honestly, when you did, I feel like anytime we sat down together, you did get to go into depth and details about some of the things you experienced. And I was able to be present and sit with you and talk about some of those moments with you, or even just sit in it with you. Even if I didn't understand or just felt like it was so profound or whatever, I feel like I did give you that space to feel heard at the capacity that I could. Granted that I'm your child, we have an age difference. I'm like, I can only provide you so much emotional support. Like, I'm younger than y'all. Like, I can't, like, granted, we do get better. Like, we get better. We are equipped better. We are equipped more with, like, certain things. But I don't know. I feel like it's just it's ebb and flow with stuff. Like, I feel like, yes, there are times where I could be a part of your emotional support system. But as a 40-year-old woman, your children, your 2 daughters, your 3 daughters should not be the only women that you are cultivating relationship with and utilizing to grow yourself with. And if you can't have a relationship with other women, you have to go inside yourself to figure out what is that? What is it? Like, yes, granted, bitches be on bullshit, and that's what we have to acknowledge, that we are some bullshit ass people. We are vindictive. We are begrudgeful. We are like we just pick. We create unnecessary jealousy, and it's really because infatuation. We genuinely love each other. We genuinely like each other a lot, and we don't know how to we don't know how to share in each other's energy without feel like we gotta take it on, or without desiring to control it or manipulate it or make it something that it's not. I don't really know, but I always said that anytime I felt some type of way about another woman, I always just like really processed it with myself. Like, what are you really feeling? Is it that you got something against her? Nah. You love it, you value it, you respect it. You trying to see how you can get some of it, how you could grow in your power, how you could walk in that. Not out of not wanting her. Baby, do you keep your motion? I just need some motion for me too, So just using and alchemizing energy like that. And if you can't, sitting in the truth. I am jealous. I envy this person. They have something that I feel like I don't have. Spirit, can you please help me with this? What is this? Where is this coming from? Who is this? What is, like, you got to really call and speak to these voices and these spirits, these thoughts that come up. Because when you think it's already telepathically said. So you're wondering why people are energetically feeling things you never said. Because you thought it. So we have to get better in our minds. And so I've been learning that if I'm thinking about it constantly, then it got to be talked about, because if I'm thinking it, then it's already been put somewhere, and not saying it doesn't produce what I wanted to produce. So I thought I was going to be over it, and I thought I was going to be like able to move into my new space and granted, I am at peace. I do feel a lot more like clear in my mind. But I still desire to be in a relationship with motherfuckers who don't even call or text me. Like, this whole year, outside of probably my daddy, none of y'all can really say when y'all have genuinely reached out, picked up y'all phone, and called Kawanda because you wanted to speak to Kawanda, you wanted to hang out with Kawanda, you wanted to see Kawanda. None of my siblings have intentionally attempted to cultivate a relationship with me. I have came to y'all. I've come to my big brothers. I've come to hang out with my brothers and my siblings. I go get my sisters when I want to go get our nails and stuff done, get our hair done, go out for this, just smoke and chill with you. And I realized that it wasn't reciprocal. And although I love y'all, and I don't mind doing for y'all, and I love making y'all smile. I love smoking with you. I love a good vibe. Y'all know I like to drink. Y'all know I like to turn up. But there's not an authenticity or reciprocating factor to it. It's just feel like leeching, and will for sure. Like, I honor you a lot because what you showed me with Jasmine, how you love her, how you like you don't let. I think one day I was y'all was getting into it real bad, and I asked you if you were good, and it wasn't because I didn't care about Jasmine, but it's just because me and Jasmine, I'm I'm a girl, and I'm very I'm energy based. We were open, we were on accord one moment, and then we had a misunderstanding, and we never got past that misunderstanding. And if we never talk about it, if we never have a conversation like of, hey, how do we get on back on cordiality where we could either be on like speaking terms, like what type of relationship could we facilitate? Me and Jasmine never facilitated a type of relationship. She as a woman coming into a family, she never had a desire to connect to the family. She only wanted to be with Will. So there wasn't a desire to see or appreciate the type of brother Will is, which the type of husband and boyfriend you are is the type of brother you are. And I'm so grateful, because even though I didn't get access to it as much as I would have liked, you were very very respectful of my energy. You never sexualized me. You never made me feel dishonorable sexually. In fact, you helped me understand like that I had like my spirit was corrupted in that way, in that perverted way. I think it was a moment in childhood where I tried to do something with you that I had been happening from with me and Greg and me and Dean. And I'm thinking that, like I said, I'm thinking that this is what brothers and sisters do. And when you didn't respond like receptive of that, you didn't the beautiful thing is you didn't reject me, like you didn't make me feel like, I can't describe it, but it was like, it was very innocent. It was very like, this is not okay. This is not right. I don't want that. Like, it was, I don't want that. We're not doing that. And in my spirit, it made me, I don't know if you remember, but after that, that's when I kind of told my dad that something had been going on with me and Dean, because I'm like, maybe that was not right. Like, maybe this isn't how brothers and sisters are supposed to be. And so I was struggling, like I think I was like 9. I was struggling with my perception of what was happening. And so I really value you for that, because even like as I got older and I was texting all the boys from your phone and all of that stuff, like you always like, Kwanda, like, please don't be doing this kind of stuff. Please try to like respect that you really like, you just, even though you didn't really fully understand it, you loved me. And we've shared moments of intimacy, and I feel like any moments more that I couldn't expand into was out of your protection, because like I'm a very I'm really ain't no different than Jasmine. Like the way she is, it's the same. So it's like I feel like I truly feel like when I was living there, you loving her was you like loving me, like you like showing even my dad that girls from the hood deserve love.